Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to my kitchen. This is Owusuwa. It is good to see you. Today, I will be sharing with you my party pleasing peanut butter soup and also how you can easily make rice balls at home without a sweat. So, come on in, let's do this. For ingredients, we will need chicken, a combination of both red and white onions, peanut butter, ginger and garlic, and dried thyme and rosemary, as well as tomato puree and fresh tomatoes and Scotch bonnet. This is homemade spice blend, some salt, chicken seasoning, and a little bit of cumin. To begin with, I'll put the washed chicken into the pot. And next, I will be explaining to you how we are going to prep the onions, ginger, and garlic. I will first of all blend the onions with the ginger. So for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the garlic aside with the herbs. The ginger goes in and I'll give it a good blend. And once that is done, then I'll put a little bit aside for now and add the herbs and the garlic with the remainder of the onions and blend it and season our chicken with. That will be followed by the tomato puree and the spice blend, and I'll also be adding my chicken seasoning and the cumin powder as well as salt. I only used about a quarter of a teaspoon of cumin powder. A little bit goes a long way. It is great with chicken. So I've just stirred it and I'm going to cover it and allow it to simmer on a low heat. For now, I'll just go ahead and boil our tomatoes and pepper. This is the easiest way to get your peanut butter ready for your soup. Just pour in a little bit of hot water and give it a whisk. So keep stirring and soon it will turn nice and creamy. We are going to allow the chicken to steam for as long as possible on a low to medium heat with the spices. In this way, we would ensure that the chicken has been able to absorb most of the spices. Paying attention to the base of your soup makes all the difference. So in a pan, I've just poured in our peanut butter, and to that, I'm going to be adding the blended up onions and ginger. And friends, this is a real game changer. It just makes peanut butter taste so much better. So I'll quickly whisk it up before we start cooking it. I no longer do this in a stainless steel. It is so much easier to use non-stick. Literally, it doesn't stick to the pan. Do you remember those days when our moms finished making this? They will have to spend minutes upon minutes to scrape the pan. Fast forward to the present, it is non-stick all the way. In no time at all, it's going to turn dark brown and thick, and as soon as the oil starts to separate, it is ready. So I'm just gonna put this aside and we'll go and check on our soup. Okay friends, so this is how it looks like. Periodically I've been stirring. It is quite thick but not good enough, so I'll just cover it and go ahead and blend our tomatoes and peppers. Okay, so now I'll come back, and yes, that's exactly what we are after. It is now thick. It smells amazing. and you can tell it's really concentrated, and the oil has really separated. So that's a good time to add our peanut butter, and I put it in there first. It's easier to dissolve when it's all thick, kind of the same consistency. So I just quickly push them underneath. It will dissolve in no time. And now I'm adding in the blended tomatoes and peppers. I added water to the blender. So I add enough water and cover it to cook. After about 30 minutes or so, we come back to this mouth-watering peanut butter soup. And as if that's not enough, I'm going to top it up with 2 fresh Scotch Bonnet. The green ones are amazing, give this nice flavor to soup in the last minute. So there you have it, friends. It tastes so good. Now that our soup is done, let's go and make our rice balls in the most easiest way possible. So I cooked the rice in a regular rice cooker. It is ready, nice and soft. There is a way to do this without mashing up the rice too much, and I'm just going to share that with you, okay? You will need a food processor for this, okay? So replace the regular blade with the kneading blade, the one with the plastic edge. If you have one of these at home, it is so simple and convenient to make as much rice balls as possible within the shortest possible time. I'll just put it on the motor and show you this simple tip. And if today is your first time stopping by, hello, I hope you consider to join us by subscribing. Thank you ever so much. So this is what I do. So just use your pulse bottom like this for about, twist it for about 10 to 12 times only, checking periodically until you have your perfect texture. It was around 3 years ago. I was just making a food for a friend's birthday party, and I was doing rice balls. It was quite a big amount of rice balls to do, and I'm like, why don't I try this? And I did, and boom, since then it has become my favorite method of doing rice balls. Look, it is nice and perfect, okay? In no time at all, you can make as much rice balls as possible with this trick, okay? If you found any part of this video useful, may I please ask you to leave me a like? It does help the channel to grow. Thank you. This is called emutu in Ghana. Traditionally, we used to eat this every Sunday after church. It became so popular. If you are not careful, you would be sitting in church thinking about this. Anyway, it is all done and ready now. So we are going to be serving this. You can also boil beans to go with it. It goes amazingly well with it. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end. I hope to see you again in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.